Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. So Martin Bakole stops Rodney Hernandez in 2 rounds in what was a fairly impressive performance. Obviously going into this fight, we all expected Martin Bakole to win. Rodney Hernandez is a journeyman, but you know, Rodney Hernandez is one of those journeymen who manages to be competitive in certain fights. He's durable, he'll come to give it a go. He's not one of these journeymen who, you know, goes to lie down. He'll come to fight. But, you know, Bakole dispatched of him in 2 rounds, and it was fairly impressive, I've got to say. He took care of the opposition in front of him in good fashion. First round, I actually felt Hernandez won the first round. Hernandez actually came out fairly aggressively. He smothered Bakole fairly effectively. He got on his chest and he started throwing hooks to the body. And, you know, that was the case for most of the first round. He really came to fight in round 1. You know, Bakole was kind of sitting back on the ropes or in the corner. He was kind of slipping and rolling with shots. A lot of shots were getting through, especially to the body. But, you know, Bakole never really looked like he was in any trouble. Bakole was trying to counter him through the middle with uppercuts. A few uppercuts landed and they were good shots. But, you know, round 1 belonged to Hernandez based on work rate and activity. Round 2 was where Martin Bakole really found his mojo. He managed to maintain a bit of distance. You know, he would take a half step back as Hernandez was coming forwards, and he started to land his uppercuts, and they are some of his best punches. And yeah, round 2 was an absolute beatdown. Round 2 was complete opposite of round 1. Bakole found a home for his power shots, the uppercuts like I said through the middle, the chopping right hands over the top. He had Rodney Hernandez hurt several times, and he was just teeing off on Hernandez in round 2, and really it was a matter of time before he got the stoppage. Some good shot selection by Martin Bakole, some good combinations, so that was good to see. And, you know, he started to bust Hernandez up. His eye was messed up, he was bleeding, and, you know, he was a sitting duck. And he was finished by a left hook from Bakole, a big, wide, clubbing left hook. And, you know, that dropped Rodney Hernandez, and the referee rightly waved it off. So, a good stoppage victory for Martin Bakole. And he's bounced back well from his first career defeat to Michael Hunter last year. You know, he's got 4 wins this year. He beat Marius Wack and 3 other journeymen, so it's been a good rebound year for Martin Bakole. I've heard some rumours of him being on the Saudi Arabia card, the Joshua Ruiz 2 card. You know, I think that would be a good look. If he could squeeze 5 fights in this year, I think that would be very, very good for him. And, you know, next fight, I'm really looking for a step up now from Martin Bakole. I think he's had his rehabilitation fights. Now I want to see him push through the levels and fight a guy who poses some type of threat and who can, you know, extend him a few rounds. So, you know, opponents I would be looking at are guys like Christian Hammer, for example. I think Christian Hammer would be a good test for Martin Bakole at this stage of his career. Maybe even a Gerald Washington type wouldn't be a bad opponent. You know, these are the type of fighters I want to see Bakole in with next. You know, that's the type of level where I want to see him operating at in his next fight. So yeah, I heard Andy Lee mention Dave Allen for Martin Bakole, and let's be honest, they need to leave that well alone. Dave Allen would take an absolute beating in that fight, he really would. I like Andy Lee and I like him as a pundit, but yeah, I totally disagree with Martin Bakole versus Dave Allen. I don't really think Dave Allen will pose much of a threat to Martin Bakole, and he won't ask any questions of him, so I wouldn't want to see Martin Bakole in with Dave Allen. You know, I really wouldn't. Like I said, guys like Christian Hammer, Gerald Washington, even someone like Robert Helenius. I know he's coming off a loss, but, you know, recognisable name, good record, he's fought at a good level. These are the type of fights I want to see from Martin Bakole, but, you know, Bakole, he's a fun fighter to watch. You know, he throws punches in bunches, he's heavy-handed, he's strong, and yeah, I do like Martin Bakole. What's his ceiling? How far can he get? I mean, it's hard to say. Defensively, he does get hit. When he lets go of his combinations, he's open to be countered. You know, he throws a lot of arm punches as well, a lot of wide punches. So he's there to be countered in the exchanges. He is defensively vulnerable, but, you know, he comes to fight, he's powerful, and he's a good addition to the heavyweight division. So yeah, all in all, a good solid performance from Martin Bakole, and on to the next one. So yeah, share your thoughts below. What did you make of Bakole's performance, and where do you want to see him go next? If you enjoyed this video, smash the like. If you've not already, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Thank you guys very much. Peace.